Welcome to another video, you guys. And in my last video, I talked about the 5 reasons which are listed on this notepad that why you should not come to the US to pursue your master's, to pursue any sort of higher education degree that you are looking for. All right, because if you are coming here for the wrong reasons, you are going to end up regretting it in the long term, and that's what I tried to point out. All right, now like I said, I did not need a lot of negative comments on that video, but I still got some, but it's all right. I'll clear it out. I know some of you guys had a lot of doubt that why are you suggesting do not come here. Like one of these people commented, do not come here. Like I said, my third point over here was that that jobs are not for you, or you hate your job. And some people were like, from there I talked about money, and they picked up that do not come here for the money. And they're like, if not for the money, then what do people come here for, right? So if money is not a motivation, then why should we even come over here? Right, let me tell you first, right? I am someone who is not I'm someone who is not very well off, but at the same time, I'm not someone who's, so plagued that he doesn't really have money, or he cannot afford something that he wants. All right, so if I want right now, I have the freedom. I can go ahead, I can buy myself whatever I need. All right, if it comes to that, I'm self-sufficient in that manner. Right, so once you get to that stage, all right, a lot of times people think that, oh, I will earn $10,000 per month or something. All right, once you get to that stage, what you're gonna understand is that, dude, there is no freedom for you over here. Right, so if you think that money is the answer to all of your problems, you're going to be highly unsatisfied with the way things work over here, because you are getting that $10,000 per month. All right, you're getting it. Let's say remove the taxes and everything, you're getting the money. But is that all you wanted? I mean, money. Why do you want money? First off, you want money so that you can actually buy the things that you like. You can get wherever you want to get to. Whenever you want to go, you can go to that place. You can basically do whatever you want, right? That's what you want. That's what money is for you. It's security. It's freedom, right? So we can call this pursuit of wealth as a pursuit of freedom per se. All right, and my point over here is that if you are someone who is just running after the money, and you're just coming over here, and let's say you do get the money. Like, this is my personal perspective. I know everyone's born different. Everyone has faced a lot of different times. I know some of you might have faced a very different sort of a life where you had no money in the beginning or something. All right, and trust me, I come from that too. But what happens is that, well, if you are someone who's raised like that, when you have no money at all, and I know some people are raised like that, they have no money at all, they kind of think that money is the solution to their problems. But trust me, once you have the money, you're going to understand that you have so many restrictions over here. Right, you have a job that you're bound to. You cannot just change your job. It's not easy because you're on an H1B. Right, let's say you get an H1B, that is in the best case scenario. All right, sometimes you might not even get that, and you have like a loan on your head, and you have like it's just awful. Right, but if you have, let's say all the money in the world, you have an H1B. Right now, there comes a plateau in your life. Right, you cannot gain more than, let's say you're earning $20,000 per month after 10 years. What then? You can just earn $20,000. But then if you do not get an H1B, next time you're going back to India or something, your income comes down by a lot. That's for sure. Okay, that's and you have no freedom. Talk to your seniors, dude. What are you doing? Talk to people. Talk to people who are in the situation, who have done this thing that you're going to do. Talk to these people, ask them if money is solving all of their problems. No, they're highly unsatisfied. They cannot basically start a business if they want on the side. Even if they have a good idea, even if they have a good product, they cannot launch it. They cannot do a YouTube channel. They cannot do a freelancing thing online. They cannot do anything for money, right? So even if they're getting paid for it, for the things that they enjoy, they cannot do that. Right, so that's my perspective. All right, I know it's a lot of you might not get that, because a lot of times, unless you actually have the money, you do not have that kind of a perspective that you are looking for more money because you only want the freedom. But this is my view, because this is what I have come to understand. Right, so if you are coming here just for the money, and and one of the YouTube commenters over there, one of you guys basically commented that, if not for money, then for what? Dude, I'm gonna give you the right reasons in this video, but money is not the right reason if you're coming over here. It's freedom, and if you are someone who can compromise on your freedom just for money, then I believe you don't understand the purpose. You're not mature enough to understand that. And yeah, definitely, come here for the money. Again, that's your perspective. Like I said, I respect that because you might come from a different background, but that's not my perspective, and that's not the perspective of most people, and that's how people end up being unhappy even when they have the money, right? So if you're earning money doing something that you like, that's a totally different story. Okay, that's what I'm gonna brush over. So all right, I also have now the 5 points why you should come here. I'm gonna quickly go over them. I'm gonna try and keep this short. All right, the first thing, if you are into research, right, if you love doing research in your field, all right, you're a mechanical engineer, let's say you're working on all of those fancy CAD and I don't even know the softwares, but whatever you're working on, you love that. You want to do research, you want to work with people who are in the cutting edge of the field. Again, for most of the technological fields, basically you can see that the US has, if not the top 5% people working over here, then at least the top 10-15% of the researchers are working over here. So you will get that sort of an opportunity to actually work with these people. You will be able to actually devote your career to research if that's what you want. And I understand some people love doing that. They love discovering new things. They love kind of bringing out new things to the audience, and I understand that because that's part of kind of what I do as well. But it's in my case it's more like common sense. In your case it's like researching and finding out things and new phenomena and everything. You will find that this country has the best researchers that you can work with. Even if you're not 100% sure of your field, you will find you have a safety net over here. You can switch your field, not completely, but by a nudge, but you can still find people over here who are working in that field, who are great researchers. And if that's what you want, you should come over here, right? It's a great place to be. Okay, the second point that I want to talk to you about is if you love your job, right? If you are working at doesn't matter, even if it's Accenture or it could be Microsoft. If you love what you're doing, if you're a software engineer or something, let's take an example, right? You're a software engineer, you love your job, then dude, why are you sitting in a third world country and doing that? Just come over here, right? That's my perspective. If you love your job, if you know what you're doing, if you know that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, man, I love this job, and this is really me, and I've discovered myself, this is what I want from my life, then yeah, you have the right perspective, you have the right reasons. Come over here. What are you waiting for, right? You love your job, you want to settle down somewhere, all right? This is the best place to be, all right? You will never be unhappy over here, because if you love your job, the quality of life is better over here as compared to most countries and everything. So yeah, you will be happy in a way, right? You will be earning good money, you will have the freedom. So all of these things kind of bundle up. So it's a great package for you. Okay. All right, and the next thing that we want to talk about is for the diversity, all right, and for the experience. So a lot of people, they know the value of networking, they know the value of diversity. They want to meet different people from different parts of the world. And yeah, a lot of you talked about how in my decision to quit USC, part of what that is because in my university, my school, at least the engineering school, I see a lot of 90% of the people are Chinese and Indian. That's it. Again, it's my fault. I did not go put myself out there and interact. Okay, and I would have done that. Trust me. If it's just that reason, that's not enough to make me quit USC. I would never quit just because there's no diversity over here. I would actually want to continue. It's my job to build the diversity. There's a whole lot of schools over here. There's people from film, there's people from business, there's people from art, every field there is, all right? And I can go over there, I can start talking to someone, and they would just be as much interested in talking to me as I am in them. So it's all about building those opportunities for yourself. Okay, you will have a lot of diversity over here. No matter which university you go to, all right, you will have the diversity. It's up to you to create that effect that I am someone who likes meeting different people. I am someone who likes getting to know people from different cultures, and I like to bring cultures together, and I like to experience that. And a lot of these experiences come from traveling the world. If you ever travel different countries, you will know that you want those experiences. It's like building a knowledge base, and from that knowledge base you can actually build amazing things. You have no idea. If you travel different countries, you understand their cultures, you understand, all right, this thing can actually help my country too, and you go ahead and build that for your country. Trust me, it's amazing, right? So all of these things, they just kind of it's really important to actually gain this experience and diversity. If you're coming here for that reason, there's a very good reason, definitely do come here. All right, and of course decide your program well, know what you want. Okay, next thing that I want to talk to you about is, again, I already kind of mentioned it, but again, it's the quality of life. This is the fourth point. The quality of life over here is probably the best in the world, if not the best, at least I would say the second best or the third best, whatever you want. But it's a good place to be. No matter what you want, you will get it same day, next day, whatever you want. Everything is available over here, right? And literally the whole world, if you are a food person, then you can get food from different parts of the world, and it's actually good food from that part of the world. It's not just something that we get in India and places like that. But unless you are spending a lot of money, you will basically go to a restaurant and you will find that, oh, I'm going to an Italian restaurant, and the food is not really exactly how Italians make it. Well, you will find it that over here it's the same, even if you are not going to the most expensive restaurant. So it's just about that. All right, you gotta understand that this place has a good quality of life, not in just terms of food. That was just an example, but this place does have a lot of good things going on, and you might want to be a part of it. If that's your reason, you're in the right place, you have a right reason, and you want to spend your life over here, you want to spend at least the next 10-15 years over here, this is the place to be. And finally, if you have no plans of opening up a business, this is the fifth reason. If you have no plans of, like I said, I'm the kind of person who likes to do my own thing. So even if I'm working for someone, I would want to actually work on my own thing in the night or something. I do not believe in, sleeping 8, 9, 10 hours a day. I hate it. I just want to wake up, get to work, and do something that, creates an impact. If that's you, if you are someone who cannot settle down with a job, if you think that jobs are not what satisfy you, if this is not the place to be, because you will have more restrictions than you can imagine unless you can get your hands on a green card. And people think it's a joke, but it's not. You will not get a green card so easily. So if you're coming here thinking that, all right, I'll work my job, and side by side I'll start a business, I'll start a YouTube channel, I'll start freelancing, I'll start doing something that makes me money, well, it's not allowed. Even if you are on your OPD, even if you're on your H1B, even if you're on your F1, whatever kind of visas there are, related to education, it's not allowed. You are not allowed to come over here into their country, and the H1B is mainly a specialization visa, right? So if you have some sort of special skill that no one over here can, basically no American is fulfilling, only then you are looked at as an applicant. All right, and in that case, definitely it's a good way to build a life over here. If if you just want a job. But if you want something more than that, well, this is not a good place to be for you. Unfortunately, it's just not. Right? So what I would suggest is if you have one of these four reasons, that you want research, you want or you love your job, diversity, experience, quality of life, come over here, right? Or if you just have a plan for a business and you still want to come over here to gain the knowledge, then make sure you earn enough money back in your own country. All right, you come over here and you complete your degree, complete your program, you can go back. You have your freedom. All right, so only for the next 2 years, 1.5 years, however long your program is, you will lose your freedom, but that's about it. Okay, so that's really my viewpoint on it. Again, some people might even want to take a loan, come over here, work through that loan, even after their program. They might be okay with spending 3 or 4 years over here, and gaining that experience. And that's a good thing too. If you want to do that, you can do that, right? And you can go back home and you can start your own company or something. But again, if you are only looking for freedom, if you are someone who looks for more than a job, this is not the place you would want to settle down, at least. All right, unless you have a green card or something, that's a completely different story, which most of you will not have access to so easily. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? Anyway, these are the 5 points. These are the right reasons to come to the US. If this is one of your reasons, to come to the US, then definitely this is the right place to be. If in case this is not the your reasons kind of fall more towards the previous video which I did, and which was on why you should not come to the US, and that's one of your reasons that this is why I'm coming. In that video I talk about 5 reasons why you should not come. Well, in that case you might want to reconsider again. It's not a hard and fast rule that if your reason isn't there, you should definitely not do it. Again, there are exceptions. Humans are the most, there are so many outliers. I know most of you know the normal distribution curve, right? So you cannot say that what works for 90% of the people will not work for you. Definitely it might work for you. It's a different story altogether. There are outliers in all corners of the world when it comes to the human society. Alright, so anyway, I hope that this clears up some of your doubts. A lot of people were kind of against me for that video. Why did I say do not come to the US if this is your reason? But I hope this video clarifies some of that. And I have my flight to India tomorrow, and I will be basically going. I'll reach India on the 28th of what is it, October, right? Yeah, sorry, September. So hopefully I will I'm basically planning on expanding on YMGrad and do all of that. Again, more plans on that coming in, and I'll help you out with your GREs. I'll help you out with everything you need help with, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, you need me, contact me on Instagram. Again, always happy to receive your emails, always happy to receive your comments. And yeah, that's about it, right? Great talking to you. It was a great journey, and I hope to continue that in India.